Hello family, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing my very first Sam's Club haul and also a meal prep with me. I do not follow any particular diet. I am 35 weeks pregnant. I do have a history with PCOS and endometriosis, so I'm not a doctor and I'm not telling anyone who has either of those conditions what is a good idea for them, but what has worked for me in the past is monitoring my carbs. And I very strongly want to clarify that when I say monitoring my carbs, I do not mean I cut my carbs or anything like that. It's just something I'm mindful of, and I try to go, when I make a plate, I try to be heavier on the protein, heavier on the veggies, and smaller on the carbs. That's it. But I don't cut anything out or anything like that. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist and I don't try to be, but I just want people to understand, like, I'm not trying to accomplish anything in particular, and I'm not trying to tell anybody what they should or should not be eating, because I think everybody has different bodies and everybody has different lifestyles, and everybody just needs to find what works for them particularly. But today we're doing the Sam's Club haul. When I lived in Hawaii, I had a Costco membership. I did not have a Sam's Club membership, because I could not stand driving to the Sam's Club location that was closest to me in Hawaii. And it wasn't the distance, it was the location. It was in the middle of a very busy area. I tried to avoid that place at all costs. So we didn't have Sam's Club membership there. We only had Costco. We moved here and I was thinking, Costco's in Hawaii because Hawaii is so expensive, they're going to be busier than here because people are going to go to like that warehouse type place in Hawaii because we're trying to stock up to save a little coin. You know what I mean? Turns out here, Costco is even more psychotic, and I cannot do it, especially being this far along in a pregnancy. I can't handle that many people and all that stuff. So I decided to try Sam's Club. I was impressed. I really did like it. I feel like Costco has better snack selection in terms of like healthier snacks. And then I feel like Sam's Club has a better selection in terms of like, you know, the cult favorites. Like I saw freaking Dunkaroos when I was walking down the aisle, okay? I kept walking, so you guys should be proud of me because it took everything in me, but I kept walking because, listen, if I could just be the type of person that would just have like one pack of Dunkaroos, I would have grabbed them. I'm not that type of person. I know the type of person I am. I know my limits, so we moved on. But anyways, so I'm gonna start with the Sam's Club haul, then I'm gonna hit you with some B-roll of the meal prep and then some voiceover if I have to explain something, and then I'll be back here for the outro. And that's pretty much it, all right? Make sure you subscribe before you leave, because why would you wanna miss any more of this? All right, if you guys see any nonsense in the background of this picture, just move on with your lives. Okay, so we're gonna start in the front. I tried to kind of categorize it, but some of it might not make any sense. I don't like avocados. However, I decided to get these little avocado cups because I saw a recipe to do like a bagel with cream cheese and some of the avocado and then an egg on top. And I figured, let's try to grow up and let's try to have some healthy fats. So I got these, give it a go. And also they're good until like February, okay? Thank you. Over here, slow cooker liners. If you haven't had these in your life, you need them. It makes cleanup when you're cooking in the crock pot so much easier. And Sam's Club had it, so I was very excited about that. John and I do not make a habit of having sodas or juices or energy drinks or anything in the house. However, with the construction of this house, energy drinks for that fool is necessary. Look at Stella. She wants John's food. So cute. So we got, good, I just dropped something. We got an entire pack of Alani Nu energy drinks. John tried these for the first time recently and enjoyed them. So we have Cherry Slush, Cosmic Stardust, and Breezeberry, whatever that is. We also don't generally do this, but I did find these Cheeto popcorn and crunchy tub thingy. I'm confused because online and here it says there's 2 bags inside, so it's like, I guess you just open them and pour it all in. I don't know why they do it like that and not like the other popcorn companies, but whatever. Okay, here we have some diced tomatoes. No explanation needed. John prefers grape jelly Costco does not sell grape jelly, so this was an exciting day for the Costco household. Over here, we have some non-stick cooking spray. This unfortunately does have the anti-foaming agent in it, but they didn't have many options, so here we are. I got some Dawn Power Wash because it was like it was on sale if you used your scan and go thing, so why not? I got some of these dishwasher tabs. I prefer the Cascade Platinum ones, but they were like twice the price, so I just went for it. Then over here, I got 2 versions of the Donny Unstoppables. I know they're not great, but they smell awesome, so here we are. In the back, I got some Tide Plus Ultra Oxy packs, and then up here, I got a 4-pack of the disinfecting wipes, because with all the construction in this house, wipes are just easier at this point. Most of the time, I'm just more of like a spray and microfiber type girl, but here we are. If you guys haven't tried these cordon bleu chicken breasts, go to Costco or Sam's Club. Costco hasn't had it for a while. They used to sell it, but Sam's Club had it. These are so good. I honestly wish I grabbed more, but we're like limited on freezer space. They can go right in the air fryer, and they're just delicious. And hot tip, if you add some country gravy on top of this, life-changing. Also, marinara sauce is good on it. Okay, here, Gatorade is also not something we keep in the house, but I've been making, I'll pop a picture in the screen here. I made like a little delivery driver station out front, and I was thinking Gatorade would be good to include. Just because I've been getting a lot of packages. John gets a lot of packages because of the house, like Amazon, Target, and Home Depot. We've been getting so much for the house, the baby, and then the construction. So they deserve our thanks. I got some lean ground turkey. It's not ground turkey breast, but everything's gonna be okay. I got 2 packs of Canadian bacon. This is a new obsession of mine. For like a kind of breakfast options. I'm not a breakfast girl, so I've been trying really hard to come up with different things to make sure I'm getting enough nutrition in during the day. So my recent favorite has been doing just an English muffin with some cheese and this Canadian bacon on it. So I know it's not the best, but here we are. Okay, and then limes. I got a whole bag because I love marinating chicken breasts in avocado oil, limes, and honey. It makes the best marinade ever. And then some seasons. And usually I throw some garlic in. So I got this whole bag of limes because this is a meal prep. So okay, I have a funny story. I'm gonna grab something, hang on. Okay, so I saw people freaking out about this Primal Kitchen mayonnaise made with avocado oil. And they said it's better for you, and they said it's delicious. And I don't know about the better for you part. I'm sure it probably is better for you, but I'm here to tell you it is not delicious, at least not to us. Now, if you're a Miracle Whip fan, you would probably love this because it's got that weird, sweet Miracle Whip taste. And I think that Miracle Whip people are different from mayonnaise people. We are mayonnaise people. We just did not enjoy this, unfortunately. So John will probably take this to work. I'm sure there is someone who enjoys this type of flavor. So because of that, we're going back to the trusted Hellmann's real mayonnaise. Apparently that's all we can handle in this house. And I'm usually not a picky person, but there is something in that aftertaste on that one that I just could not hang with. So here we are. Okay, I saw these. I just had to do it. Apple, cinnamon, raisin, soft baked clusters. It's like a drizzled granola. And there's the ingredients if anybody cares. You can see them down there. It's not like perfect, but it starts with whole grain oats, so that's going to be a good sign that it didn't start with corn syrup. Just in case you care about that stuff. Most of the time, you know, if I'm having a treat, I'm just not even going to focus on it. Okay, we're just going to live our lives. Now, these I thought looked really good, and I didn't even grab it because it's Greek yogurt. I grabbed it because it's strawberry and vanilla dipped in chocolate, so that's all I care about. But if you do care about those things, let's see. Those are the ingredients. Again, it doesn't seem to be perfect, but not too shabby. good little treat. Okay, now we're in kind of like the dairy area. So I got some low-fat cottage cheese. I'm hoping this is good because I got the, I think it was like Brakeman's brand or something from Costco. And I don't know if mine was like curdled or bad or what happened, but it was not as good as like Daisy is. So I'm hoping this brand is good. That one's like the Sam's Club brand. I got some 18 farmhouse eggs. There, it was like either 18 or 60 or something. And I was like, 18's fine for us. Some non-fat plain Greek yogurt to make like ranch dip and stuff. This is a good sour cream substitute. I got a huge thing of ricotta. This is whole milk, full fat, regular old ricotta. I like to make ricotta like pasta bakes and stuff. Heavy whipping cream, both for like baking, and then also I've been making cold foam for the top of lattes lately. For John, in the morning when he just does regular coffee, I got him some caramel macchiato. Do you say caramel or caramel? I want to know. Leave a comment down below. I got him just regular creamer because he's basic and he doesn't do the whole barista. What is that called? He doesn't do barista impersonations like I do. So, okay, so over here we got some fresh asparagus. Newly obsessed with air frying asparagus with just some tossed in avocado oil, salt and pepper. It's all you need in your life, man. And it's healthy for you and great. Huge thing of American cheese. Most of this will be going in the freezer because it will take us a long time to get through that. And last but not least, we just have some 2% milk. I'm just going to do a quick pan, although I messed up my beautiful arrangement that I had going, but you guys get the gist. Stella's going to say her goodbyes now. Please excuse the floor. We live here. Okay. All right, you guys. So what we're going to work on now is I'm going to get my thoughts out onto the page. Basically, what I'm going to do is write down some breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack ideas that I have. This pen is not working, so we're going to move on with our lives. Okay. So what I usually like to do is like write need to use on this side, because first of all, whenever I do meal planning, I'm always shopping my pantry, grocery, and especially my fridge. So if I have stuff left over in my fridge that I need to get rid of, then I'm going to attack that first. So my need to use is priority one is I have a bunch of potatoes left over from Thanksgiving. So that's top priority. I'm gonna put a star next to the ones that are like top priority today. Okay, I also have ground turkey. Some ideas that I have for breakfast. One of the things that I bought was you're gonna see it in this, you probably already saw it in the Sam's Club haul, is I bought like little cups of avocado. So I wanna do like avocado English muffins for breakfast. And I don't have to prep anything with that. I'm just writing this down just for my own knowledge. So in that way, if I'm like, hey, what should I have for breakfast today? That's what I'm gonna have. Okay. And then lunch, oh, I have little hummus cups I need to use up. I should have written that down. But I can do a hummus wrap. Oh, I also bought little things of chicken salad. So I could do chicken salad over salad, which sounds funny. I also have a home chef meal that I need to use up. So I'm gonna write that down in my dinner category because this could be made for dinner and then it could be used the next day. Okay, and then I was thinking burger bowls. If you've never had burger bowls before, basically it's just a salad and then you put your favorite like meat on top. So you could do, you could even do a hamburger patty if you have them, or like I like to just do ground turkey like browned up on top of it, and then you add a little bit of pickles, which sounds crazy but it's really good, and then some type of like mayonnaise based dressing. So whether you do like Thousand Island or like you could do like a honey mustard, anything that you would think of that would go with like a burger, you know? So I usually just make like my own. I do mayonnaise, ketchup, a little bit of mustard. I think I put like steak sauce in it one time, and then, you know, just a crap ton of seasonings and just mix it all up and thin it out with some avocado oil or olive oil, and it makes like a really, really good dressing. Soft tacos is an option. I love soft tacos because they're so easy to throw together that if I'm not in the mood, like John could just go throw them together. Burrito bowls is another favorite, and burrito bowls are awesome because you can just kind of throw in whatever the heck you have. So we're gonna do burrito bowls, and then I wanna do a sheet pan meal. So again, this is, you know, what is that called? Ambitious. I don't know if I'll get to all of this, but I'll at least get elements made. Now for snacks, I wanna make banana muffins. I love cottage cheese. I don't know how people cannot, and I know that it's like one of those things like cilantro. Like you either love it or you hate it, you know? Okay, so now we get down to, I'm gonna move you down over here, what we need to prep in order to accomplish these things. So to prep, I need to ground turkey. I need to marinate some chicken. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead and prep 2 hummus wraps for myself. Okay, and then for the burrito bowls, I'm gonna need rice, so I'm just gonna make rice. And then also I wanna do some scrambled eggs. And then I'm gonna make the muffins. I have a bag of chopped up yellow squash and zucchini, so I think I'll do potatoes, sausage, and the squash. Okay, so the home chef, I don't need to do any prep for. Burger bowls, I'm prepping by doing the ground turkey, and then the rest of it just kind of throws together. Soft tacos, I have the tortillas already defrosted from the freezer, and then it's gonna again be the ground turkey in there. And then, you know, just toppings you can do. Burrito bowls is gonna be the ground turkey, the rice, and then maybe I should cook. Yeah, let me cook some beans. That'll be ready to go. Sheet pan meal, we just went over. The banana muffins I have on here. Protein smoothies don't need prep. This does not need prep, and this does not need prep. I like to kind of think of what I want to accomplish first, so that way I'm in the efficiently using my time. So I think I might start with marinating the chicken because I want, you know, I'll do that, and then that way it's marinating while I'm doing the other things, and then this can be kind of the last step so it gets full flavor and I can get that cooked. So that's the order we're gonna try to do things in. Say a prayer for me, and I will see you guys in the meal prep. Okay, so step 1 was to defrost the squash. Boom, we got the squash. Maybe I should just cook the chicken in the slow cooker, like dice it up, do the usual marinade, but instead of marinating the chicken and then putting it in the oven, I just do it all day in the slow cooker because then I don't have to do as many dishes, you know? Okay, you guys. So what I'm gonna do first is make the sauce that this is gonna be in, and I'm gonna stir it up, and then I'll add the chicken. Okay, so let me go over what we got here. Hopefully you can see everything in the screen. We have, in the back, we have avocado oil. You can use olive oil, whatever you have on hand. Some people also use like Italian dressing, so if you wanna use that instead as a liquid. 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's it's just my favorite, so I add it to everything, even if I'm using other stuff. I also have these zesty Italian packets I need to use up. These are awesome for anything like this. I got some Himalayan pink salt from Thrive. This is my favorite type of salt, especially in baking, but I'm just using it for this. I have 6 limes, which seems really excessive, but we have 3 packets of chicken breast. So I think that's like 6 chicken breasts. So basically like a lime per chicken breast. And you probably don't have to go this heavy on lime if you're not sure if you like lime, but we do. And then I have this, I'm usually not this fancy, but I have this like raw local honey that I picked up when we were in Colorado. And for this, because it's gonna be like a star ingredient, I figured this was a good time to try and use some of that up. So we have that. And then I just have my, what are these called? Micro graters? Micro planers, something like that. And then my little citrus thingamawhatsit. And I also got myself a cutting board and a little knife to slice those limes. So what we're gonna do first is I'm just gonna get some avocado in the bottom. Once I put the chicken in, it would help if I opened the avocado oil. Once I put the chicken in, I may determine that I need more of the avocado oil, but for now it's just gonna be the base. So We're just gonna get that in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that Zesty Italian, the entire packet, right down in there. And then again, we might end up adding more salt and 21 seasoning once the chicken is in there. I can almost guarantee that I will. But this is just to get the party started. Okay, so this is a 12-ounce container. I'm guessing I've used about 3 ounces of it. I think there's 9 ounces left. So we're just gonna use like half of that. So we'll call that like 4 ounces. So what is that? Half a cup, I think. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and zest the limes. I'm gonna move this down a little bit here. I'm not gonna zest all 6. I'm probably just gonna zest like 3, and I'm not even gonna zest them very well. Oh, good. Because zest is a very strong lime flavor. So I'm probably just gonna zest like, since I dropped that last one, maybe 1.5. I never know what I'm doing. Like, you guys are gonna learn that I just go for it. Now we're just gonna go ahead and slice these in half. Now this one I'm actually gonna slice into 4, and I'm gonna toss this on the top at the end. But we're gonna juice it first. Okay, so tip that I found out, I had no idea about, is that you think because of the shape that you put it in this way, right? And then go like this. No, you get more juice if you put it in upside down. I'm sure everybody knew that, but Kate didn't, so I'm just gonna tell just in case someone else didn't know. Okay, can I get this adorable little whisk here? So we're just gonna whisk away. So this is what I normally use for a marinade. So normally I would be doing this in a Ziploc bag, and then I would dump whatever chicken I want to marinate in it, and then I would just kind of like squeeze it through the chicken type thing. So instead we're cooking it in the crock pot. This is my first time doing this, so you guys get to be a part of my journey here. So next up, I'm just dicing the chicken into even-ish chunks. I'm not a professional chef, so I'm just doing my best to make them as even as possible, trimming off any of the yucky pieces. But we are going to get these in the crock pot, and it's going to cook on low for about 6 hours, and then it'll be perfect to top on salads, put in wraps, and things like that. Next on the list is some scrambled eggs. So I have 6 eggs going in there. I just added some 21 seasoning salute as well as some Himalayan salt and a little bit of milk. About halfway through, I like to add a couple tablespoons of butter and let that melt in. And we like our eggs to be more on the wet side. That way when you reheat it, they don't get rubbery. We are moving on to our 4 pounds of ground turkey that we need to brown up. So the first block is a 2-pound section, and I just added our favorite seasoning to that and some salt. And then I'm just going to cook that until it's brown all the way through and use a slotted spoon to move it into a container. I just repeated that with the second block, and then I'm moving on to the rice. Okay, you guys, so I have a 1.5 cups of dry jasmine rice. I just lost the package to show you. Okay, so organic jasmine rice. I didn't really care that it was organic, but it's from Trader Joe's. We're usually more of a cow roast rice type of family, but I found that I do like this jasmine rice. It's not as hard as normal jasmine rice. So I've rinsed and drained this. Jasmine rice also doesn't seem to be as dirty as the cow roast rice, so maybe it'll, I still have my steamer basket in here. You don't need the steamer basket, people. Good, more dishes, excellent. We're not gonna care too much about the 45 grains that are left over. So rinsed and drained. I have a 1.5 cups of dry rice, so I'm putting in 3 cups of water. Now some people are cool enough that they can do a trick where they just put enough water where it goes to the tip of their, like this part of their finger. I'm not cool enough to do that. So I just use the 2-to-1 ratio method. I just want to apologize to the Hawaii people because I know white rice, plain white rice is the way to go, but I enjoy adding a little spoonful of the Better Than bouillon. I usually do it to my potatoes as well. It gives it a little seasoning while you're cooking it. Okay, so just like a spoon like this. I'm mixing it. It's not gonna be perfectly dissolved, and I am totally fine with that. I just don't want like a big clump like that. Okay, so we have that mostly incorporated, and as the rice cooker is doing its magic, it's going to be heating up the water, and then the rest of those clumps or whatever pretty much disappear. And while the rice cooks, we're going to move on to some muffins, and this recipe will be in the description box below. I used it to make 24 mini muffins and 12 full-size muffins, but I believe you could make 24 full-size muffins if you wanted. So we started off with 2/3 cup of a honey vanilla Greek yogurt, but a plain Greek yogurt would also be fine. I did 6 ripe bananas, 2 eggs, and then about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next up, I started mixing in a cup of brown sugar. Then I added 2 cups of oats and 1 cup of flour. Next up was 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and I used my favorite pink Himalayan, and then lastly, half a teaspoon of baking powder. I got this fully incorporated and then added in some peanut butter chips and chocolate chips for good measure. Okay, you guys, the hair has gone up because cooking is going down, you know what I'm saying? So we're at like the halfway point, but we got like the bulk of the stuff done. So far I have done the defrosting of the vegetables. Those are pretty much almost done. I have browned ground turkey and 4 pounds. I ended up getting through all 4 pounds of ground turkey. I did rice is in the rice cooker right now. I've made the batter for the banana muffins, and I made scrambled eggs for like breakfast burritos and just quick breakfast bowls or whatever. So right now I realized that I'm hungry, and I didn't really factor in the fact that I need to make lunch today. So I came up with an idea that I'm just gonna plop in. I have the turkey that I made with the sweet heat seasoning. I'm gonna use that, a little bit of the rice when it's done, and then I'm going to air fry a stir fry kit of vegetables. Just toss it in some avocado oil and salt and pepper and whatever seasoning I feel like. We're also gonna do a dishes check because nobody shows how bad the dishes are when you're doing meal prep. So she's gonna show you. It's a mess in there, and you know we're only halfway through. But I will say the amount of food that we're producing, I guess it's not that bad. So if anybody's wondering what I would like for Christmas, it's a housekeeper who lives here full time. Okay, thank you. Okay, you guys, so we've got this mandarin orange stir fry kit, and it comes with Brussels sprouts, kale, doesn't list anything else, but I think there's carrots. I don't think, I know, because you can blatantly see there's carrots. So I don't think that's gonna make the best air fryer situation. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is just cook it directly in a skillet, and I'm just gonna use the turkey skillet that I already have dirty, because why not, you know? They're going together anyway. Okay, since I am switching strategies, I am going to put half of my turkey, which I've labeled a bag, ground turkey, today's date, and it was seasoned with sweet heat, so I remember a theme. I'm gonna put half the ground turkey in here, and then this is gonna go in the freezer because I certainly do not need 3 pounds of ground turkey for the week. And it doesn't need to be exact, but I'm just gonna make a little line in the center and then completely erase it. So I'd say that's pretty close to half. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this 1 pound that's left over, and I'm just gonna divvy it up between 3 containers. So one is gonna be my lunch for today, that's why it's just a plate. And then the others are going to be for meal prep. Okay, so now I've got my skillet, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cook my stir fry directly. In this, I am gonna add a little avocado oil first. Okay, so we got this whole bag. I'm gonna dump it right in. There's Brussels sprouts and kale in this, and so it seems like a lot, but this will wither down, if you will. And for my seasonings, I'm just gonna add some Himalayan pink salt. And because I can, I have this wood fire garlic. Okay, so while the stir fry is cooking, I'm gonna get out my rice because that just finished. So as you can see, we have plenty of rice. And I have my handy dandy Mickey Mouse rice paddle. Okay, some of these are starting to crisp up pretty good. So I'm gonna add the sauce, and I'm only gonna do about half of the sauce because there's probably a lot of sugar in the sauce. All right, so we're back now, and we've got the banana muffin mix all good to go. So I'm just gonna spray it with some nonstick cooking spray. This is an olive oil one. So I'm gonna make the mini muffins, and then I'm gonna make some large muffins. All right, now these are going in the oven at 350, and we're gonna see how long it takes. I'm guessing maybe 20 minutes on these. So now we've got a full tray of 3, 6, 9, 12 full-size muffins, and a tray of, I think it was 18 mini muffins, maybe 24, I don't remember. So that's what this recipe makes. Now these guys, because they're full, I think they're gonna take longer to cook. So my guess on these is about 25 minutes. It could be 30 though. But we're gonna check these the same time we check the minis. Okay, so next up, so we're about halfway through the list. So next is cleaning and dicing potatoes, chopping sausage, prepping 2 hummus wraps, and cooking some beans. So let's just do a little check-in where we're at. So we got plenty of rice made, and you can see there's no like chunks of chicken broth, bouillon stuff. We've got 2 full lunches made for tomorrow and Wednesday. I've got 2 pounds of ground turkey, which we can use once I'm ready to assemble the burrito bowls and soft tacos or whatever. I have a pound of ground turkey that's gonna go in the freezer. And then I have, I think I made 6 scrambled eggs, which are gonna be used for breakfast. So pretty good for this morning. And then of course we have a cajillion muffins in the oven currently. Oh, and I totally forgot about the honey lime chicken that we have in the crock pot. Here's a little shot of the muffins, and the mini muffins took 18 minutes in a 350-degree oven for me, and the full-size muffins took about 24 minutes. So just based on your oven, you'll want to check on them. For some weird reason, I enjoy watching other people clean, so I figured maybe there's someone out there that would also enjoy this little segment. So here I am getting through our first batch of the meal prep dishes that I needed to get done. There ended up being some more, but I just inserted this clip for you guys to enjoy. Next up, I'm just moving our items into containers. So we have the muffins going into containers to keep it home, and then some to go for John to take to work. And then I'm moving the chicken into containers so I can grab for salads and wraps and things like that. Moving on to our 5th task, we're cleaning and dicing the potatoes. So I just go ahead and peel these up, and then I rinse them off with some cold water to pick up any extra dirt that's there. And then I just dice those into, again, equal-ish pieces. I am not a chef by any means. I also had an onion to get rid of, so I just went ahead and sliced that up into like half rings so we could incorporate that into the sheet pan. We are now adding in that defrosted zucchini and yellow squash. We're going to put in some avocado oil and then just mix it all together until the avocado oil is covering as much as possible. We're then going to take this mixture and just dump it right on the sheet pan. We just want to spread that out on the sheet pan pretty evenly. We're still going to be adding in some sausage next, but just get this part evenly spread out on the sheet pan. I'm using a chicken and apple sausage, but you can use whatever sausage you prefer. Just dicing those up and getting added to the sheet pan before adding some seasoning. We're going to cook this at 375 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. Now, if you like zucchini and squash to be on the snappier side, you'll want to not add them in until the last 15 minutes of cooking. But for me, because these were already frozen previously, they're already going to be on the softer side, so I just added it in at the same time. Step 7 is a nice easy one. We're using some carb balanced tortillas. I'm putting down some hummus, some diced cucumbers, the chicken that we had prepped earlier, and some cheese. And then I'm just rolling it up like a burrito. Look at us jamming through this list. So I'm crossing off the hummus wraps. I ended up making 3 so I could have one for a snack. And next I'm just going to rinse and drain some kidney beans and then toss them with a little avocado oil and seasoning on the stove. I cooked them for, I'd say, maybe 10 to 12 minutes on like a medium-high heat. I spilled bean sauce on this, so that's good. But here we go. Final task is taken off the list. Rookie mistake not getting you guys a completed video of everything that we did, but here's a couple of photos so you can kind of just take a look at what we accomplished. Okay, you guys, so thank you so much for joining today with my meal prep and Sam's Club haul. Someday we'll have a better background for you. Right now you're just dealing with my coffee station with the gingerbread house. Everything over there is a mess. I have like temp blinds up. I can't watch myself with the temp blinds in the background. Make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed this in any way, shape, or form. Leave me a comment if there's something else you want to see from me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.